installment of your favorite radio station show. Of course, this is Soul and R&B Vibes, and you're chilling with us, Kamsomi. A brand new day, a brand new Sunday, and we're all together. We're going to have a definitely beautiful day today. I'm just trying to set myself up so that we're nicely good, ready to go. Yes, of course it is a Sunday, and wow, I must say, it's absolutely amazing the fact that it looks like we've actually started our summer. It looks like summer is already here. It's absolutely looking great. I mean, the weather outside is looking fresh. You can also see that the rain has also given us a bit of a break. Jeepers, man. We had a whole lot of rain not so long ago, but it looks like things have actually come down somewhat. It looks like we're looking quite good. I know that some people, other people out there, would probably like to go out and get some wave, you know. If you're also around the KZN area, you know, I'm in Durban. So it's absolutely looking good outside. Maybe it's something that you should also try. I know Nabantu 17, they actually come to a point where they're actually starting to feel a bit more relaxed. I think the work stress is actually coming down also. The bosses are also coming to be a bit more humane. You probably do agree with me, don't you? Yeah, well, it's a Sunday today, and it's Sunday radio. We do it best, and we give you nothing but the smoothest of sounds out there. I know that that's exactly what you like also. I mean, you wouldn't actually come around here if it wasn't just for that. We do have a beautiful person right here, Tolam Tia. I say hi, guys. Hey, hello to you too, and throwing a whole lot of hearts. Zintle ZZ, Siyabonga kakhulu nurse. You're right on the very perfect dial, I must say. Papa D, you're also on the dial. Thank you so much. Elizabeth, Lindy, all of you. Hey, there's a nurse also who's actually dropped saying hi. Eddie. Look at that, the big tiger, the big lion. I love it, man. Eddie West, that's the guy that does the best in fashion. You should definitely check him out. Freeway by Flawless. He's my guy. He's got magic working on his hands there. Thank you so much, Tola. Thank you so much, Mvula. Is it Umbali? Oh, yeah. We also have Ayanda 3140. I'm loving it.
Tell me what you want.
Yes, it's the best in Soulful Sunday radio. And I really wouldn't have it any other way. I love the fact that you always come around these parts and we get to cruise together. There's the bear that is also just joined us. Tola, you're so special. Thank you so much, Mamtiane. We also have user 69521660645. You know, sometimes people actually don't use their names when they do these registrations. You know, when we actually open these apps up and we start them, we have to write our names, you know, have to tap our names out like that. When we don't do that, then, you know, TikTok will actually give you a whole lot of numbers attached to whatever it is that you would have used as a name. And I'll just go ahead and call that whole number out. Like what Ayanda is right here, 3140. Thank you so much. Thanks, honey. And to everyone also who's actually enjoying this moment with us, I must tell you, you guys are super awesome. To enjoy some sounds, it's Soul and R&B Vibes with us. Come so me. Do check us out and follow Voice on the Move Radio. It's Soul and R&B Vibes, baby. Here's a beautiful song. I know you're gonna love it. Nguwe wedwa.
Sengihambile ngibabonile la ngaphandle hayibo wazwamuhlu kuwe wedwa enhlizweni yami ay kuwe wedwa engimthandayo ay baby kuwe wedwa enhlizweni yami Anjalo monkey so bona baby sesing isu pangawe sesing gabanga ngawe siphatheli esinandi Anjalo monkey so bona baby sesing isu pangawe sesing gabanga ngawe
All right, I got my people right here. I have to get them connected. I always mess this thing up. Tola, I hope you're connected. I hope you're right here with us. Are you here, Tola Mtiani? Sometimes I ask people to come through and then I'm the one who messes things up because I the system. Tell me, Tola, are you here? Am I not doing something right? Am I doing something wrong? Let's see. Hello, Tola. Mamtiani, are you there? Ah, look at that. I can actually get you. Ah, it's beautiful stuff. I'm just going to pump all the volumes up here so that I get through to you perfectly. How you doing? I'm great. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay, perfect. I think I can definitely hear you much better now. Tell us, where are you coming from? Where's Tola coming from?
I'm from NV, but I'm there. I'm here to Pretoria now.
Yes.
Because ukusebenza, you know.
Of course, work will always force us to go to other places. But Mtiani sounds like, Mtiani is what? KZN? That sounds more like us. Are you from this side of the town?
Yeah, NV Friday.
That's right,
Yeah.
of course.
There where I mean.
Yeah.
There where I am.
Of course, that's lovely stuff. I really love it. And you're calling us, and what are you doing on a Sunday? I mean, it's a Sunday today. What are you up to?
Oh, engakusho nje ngiborekile.
Yes.
But sengila manje, I'm up to the moon. Or to the sky, I don't know where I am.
Listen here, you have made the perfect choice by coming through to the right station. I mean, the fact that you are here, I mean, like it just works out better, you know?
Oh, that's wonderful. That's what I like. That's what is good for me.
You know what I mean? That's Mtiani right there, and she's cruising with us all the way today. She's all the way in Pretoria, she says. I think Johannesburg or Pretoria. And the reason she's sending us love today is because she's saying, she's just chilling at home, relaxed, and she's listening to soul and R&B vibes with us. And we appreciate the fact that you're here. Enjoy the show. Anything that you want, we'll make sure that you have a beautiful Sunday. Trust me.
And I'm enjoying Ubala because now who never
I love it. Thank you.
I'm happy.
Yes. We love it. We love it so much. And you come out here and you take your time. All those niggas are not going to lose time. Those niggas are so listen. It's all appreciated and we're sending it 1,000 times back to you. Yeah, is it on?
Wow. Wow for me, wow for you.
Wow, thank you so much. Enjoy again, eh? Here's a beautiful song. I know.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, sis. I know that you're definitely going to love it. This is Mina Nawe, Wara Sound. You're going to love it. It's for Mtiani, all the way in Pretoria, Johannesburg.
Couldn't see right through you, and I thought that I'd be over you. Gonna, I'm moving with my life, so Mina, you're the one way I'm moving when I'm not with you. Mina, now,
That's not what I'm...
now, you're the one way I'm moving when I'm through with you. Mina, now,
And of course, that's the sounds that you get on a Sunday. I did promise you that we do things a bit differently here. I mean, we just got to. It makes more sense, doesn't it? I mean, it's soulful R&B sounds, of course, traditionally so. And you would also know it. It's also very true that it doesn't usually happen that you get such a sound on a Sunday. It's become such a traditional thing, I would think. You know, you go to a whole lot of radio stations, you sort of get the same kind of tonality. The sound, the music that they play, the sounds that they collect for you so that you enjoy on a Sunday. It's almost like church. It's kind of churchy. I just don't get that robustness. You see, when you come on this side of the town, things are a bit different. That's why we give it to you the way that we're giving it to you. We simply make it special. I know a lot of people would love to move around a whole lot, dance, whatever. Sometimes we don't want to listen to those Manhattans. Sometimes we want to get down on a Sunday. And we still do it in a very soulful way, nonetheless. The name is Oscar Somi, and I'm your host on this beautiful show. It's Soul and R&B Vibes. And I know that you love it. I know I've got all my people around here. I've got 2 TikToks open right here in front of me, and I've got beautiful people joining me like Umam Tiane, who's coming all the way from Pretoria, and she did come through telling us that she's chilling with us all the way till 12 noon as we enjoy this beautiful moment on Soulful and R&B Vibes on your beautiful radio station. Of course, this is Voice on the Move Radio. Let's go for a quick ad break and come back with more music. It's going to be a beautiful show, definitely.
R&B Vibes on Voice on the Move Radio.
Moving mountains is not just the only thing we do to give you the best insurance quote. Talk to our friendly consultant today on 031 012 5223 to switch and save. At Intaba, we understand that every cent is worth saving, and we are happy to move mountains to give you a peace of mind and enough savings in your pocket, knowing that your policy is well taken care of, with benefits like passenger liability, personal accident cover, and more. Follow us on social media at Intaba Insurance Brokers. Email info@intaba-insurance.co.za. Call 031 012 5223. Intaba Financial Service is a licensed service provider with FSP number 47111. Terms and conditions do apply. Premiums are risk profile dependent and reviewed annually based on a risk profile and economic factors.
Yes, of course, it is Oscar Some on your favorite radio station. It is Soul and R&B Vibes every single Sunday. We do it every single Sunday. It's basically a stop where you just have to make it. You know, you have to come through here and enjoy this precious moment with us. I know that I have all my people around us. We've got people right there on YouTube and on X. You know, we're streaming on Instagram everywhere. Right here on TikTok as well. I mean, I've got 2 accounts. It's absolutely looking great. And I love the fact that you've actually taken this moment to come up and enjoy this precious moment with us. Yes, of course. We do this every single Sunday. Make sure that you make it a normal thing. And I really love it when you enjoy, you join me as a guest. Sometimes I actually, like Mom Tiana just did the very same thing. Whenever a person is around these parts, I always ask them, you are right here anyway. Why won't you just tell me what you're up to? It's a Sunday. What are you doing? Who are you with? What are you planning? What's on the agenda? I mean, what are the things that you're actually looking out to do today? There might be something that you're planning to do. I know a lot of people that, since it's this part of the season, the sun is lovely outside. A whole lot of people actually enjoy going to the beach and, just taking the kids and enjoying such moments. They actually, that's how bonds and memories are created. Take your family, go out there and have a beautiful day. Just enjoy the sun, just bathe in it. And it's absolutely going to be a beautiful one. I do have a lot of music that is lined up for you, most certainly. What I will ask that you do, of course, is just, anything that you have in mind, do send it. I will read it online. If there's a song that you have in mind, we'll definitely put it through so that the masses do enjoy. But right here in Hillcrest, if you're a part of a person who's also in Pine Town, and maybe you have some kind of business that you're running, I always say that you must take full advantage. This radio station is right here for the people. It's a radio station that is basically meant for the people. So I say, if you have a brand, you're producing something, maybe you're running a service, you want to put it out there so that the masses do enjoy, so that the masses do know what it is that you're actually doing. You have to put it out there. It's called advertising. It is absolutely true. Everyone also knows it, but we so much forget. And then we ask ourselves, I mean, there are companies that have been in the industry for so long, but we just see them every single corner we turn. Every time we switch the radio on, every time we switch the television on, these people, they're advertising still, but their brands are already known. The reason is simply because we have to strengthen our brand. So if you are a person who's around the area and you've got some business that you're currently pushing, come through to the radio station. We're right here in beautiful Refined Park. We're going to be able to put together a beautiful ad campaign for you. There's a team that is dedicated that is going to be able to put together a beautiful advert for you. In this way, then you'll be able to grow your network, grow the business, get more moolah, the chings, the very aim, the very purpose of you even having the business that you have, I'm pretty sure. The name is Oscar Msomi. We do this every single Sunday. Oh yes, it's going to be a beautiful day. You might see the hashtag that I have there on TikTok. We have a guy coming in today from GeForce, is it GeForce Employment Solutions? We're going to be talking about the scourge that we're having in South Africa. There's a whole lot of people that are complaining. Yes, it is very true. People don't have jobs. I have no idea what is happening. I thought that we had good leaders that were having our backs, you know. It looks like things are just dwindling down. They've actually given us a placebo thingy-mabob. You know this thing that they call 350? The thing that they give people every single month for them to be numbed of the pain. It's the same thing that is done by the pharmaceuticals. If you go out there and check out what's really going on, these pills that they're pumping us with whenever we go to look for some kind of headache, remedy for headache, for some kind of remedy for anything that you might have, some chronic illness, whatever. You go to a pharmaceutical, of course it's westernized, so you know exactly how they move. You'll find that they'll give you whatever it is that they'll give you, but it basically just keeps you in a state of, I feel all right, but I'm pretty much not getting better. I just feel okay, and I don't think that's how we're supposed to be. Isn't it isn't it true that when we're looking for an aid of some kind, if we want to be healed, we have to take some kind of medicine, and then we heal ourselves, and then we're fine? It doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. So here, they've given people 350, and people are so happy with their 350, they're actually picketing and wanting more of that money because they're just not going to look for jobs anymore. It's like there's nothing for people to do out there anyway, so just give them the 350 and everything is fine. Well, the reason that we have this guest that is coming in today is just for that. We want to see if there's any way that he can be of aid. You know, in this particular show, it's not just music and entertainment. We try to be educational too, you know, in a particular way. So, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, the guy's going to be coming in at sometime after 10 o'clock, but you're going to be hanging around anyway. It's going to be a beautiful show. Only 23 minutes after 9 o'clock. We just set off, so, the engines are nicely bubbling. We're revving up. The thing is getting warm, and we're loving it. But let's do what we do the best. Let's get us some music. There's a bit of a song that I have right here. I know that you're going to love it. It's a beautiful one. Tandy, we're featuring Lisa, Don Peruse, George, Ayasol, and Chebzo. Oh, yes, a whole lot of people that are featured on this particular number. It's got a beautiful one as well. I know that you're going to love it. Do enjoy. Name is Oscar Msomi. Make sure that you follow us on all social media platforms as well. It's Voice on the Move Radio. Oh yes, it's a Sunday, and this is exactly what we do. We're absolutely fresh. We're right here young in the block. I mean, we might as well, confirm it. We just landed, and it's absolutely crazy the fact that our footprint has actually grown to such a big number, and we really appreciate. I mean, it's all because of you, each and every single one of you. And the name is Oscar Msomi. Make sure that you even follow me. I mean, right now we're actually streaming right there. We're right there on all the social media platforms. So if you want to stay on the click and you want to really know what's happening on this radio station, it's your radio station. Make sure that you follow all our pages. Make sure that you go and like, follow, and subscribe. That's the only way that you'll be able to even catch up on the stuff that you might miss, stuff that we do carry for you on this particular radio station right here. It's Soul and R&B Vibes with Oscar Msomi. It comes live to you every single Sunday from 9 till 12 noon, and we do this thing called soulful music. And of course, we give you good conversation too. We all of a sudden have guests that come through, and we really, really love it because It's relevancy, baby. I mean, the guests that we actually asked to come through are guests that are also beneficial to you. Stuff that you would want to know about. I mean, at the present moment, we are struggling with this employment issues that we have. I mean, in South Africa, people are just not getting it. We're just not getting, we're just not cutting into the job market. And we have no idea how to actually deal with this thing. It's frustrating. To everyone that is currently enjoying this moment with us, you people are just awesome. Thank you so much. We have Dr. Nell right here, clicked. And Sizagele is also right here. Thank you so much. We have LC. LC, thank you so much. You're looking absolutely beautiful out there. Dalcy, you're also looking absolutely mesmerizing. And we absolutely appreciate the fact that you've taken this moment to come through and enjoy this moment with us. It's Sunday radio at its best. Besides the fact that we actually give you beautiful music and stuff that you might want to know about, people that are also artists, a whole lot of people do a whole lot of music. I know that you probably have a cousin out there, somewhere, Ekaya, somewhere in church, there's a person who's really, really talented. And maybe some of them are so good at being talented that they're actually doing something about that talent. They're following it up. They're actually recording. They're doing things about it to be beneficial to them and to grow their market as well. But it really doesn't help. If you're an artist and you're doing music and maybe you've actually brought the Pro Tools and you've got a nice studio there at home and you're making music, but you end up taking this music and sharing it with the people at church and people at work and people at school. I mean, what good is that? Those people are probably going to be so biased and be so supportive that they will not be critic enough to tell you whether you're doing nonsense or not. They will not be able to tell you straight up on the face because it's probably people that are sensitive to you. If you want your music to grow, if you want people to actually appreciate what you do, if you want them if you want to be judged by people that don't have any affiliation to you whatsoever, take your music and put it in a platform where it's going to be appreciated by masses who have no idea who you are. What the hell am I talking about? I'm talking about bringing your music into this radio station right here. It's Voice on the Move Radio, right here in Hillcrest. If you have music that you are currently recording and it's actually good quality music that you've actually recorded and maybe registered even, you bring it right here to our radio station. We have everything open right here for you. We're waiting for brand new music so that, masses get to understand and appreciate, and that's the only way that you're going to have a bigger footprint. LC, all the way on my TikTok and the Unfiltered page. You guys are looking absolutely great. I love it. We also have Valerie, KG Fella, right there on the mix. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, I love it. There's also Utando Lwetu. We have also... we have a beautiful person right here. Doug Tunnel, I said I love it. We have another number here right here. It's a long one. 33595766914. You have all the ideas of exactly who you are. Join me as a guest and we shall host this thing together. Tell me what you're doing on this beautiful Sunday. I know that we have a lot of music that is lined up for you and we shall do just that. Here's a beautiful song that I'm pretty sure you're going to love. It's a beautiful song that is released by Utando Lwakhe featuring Umutio. A beautiful song that you're going to love indeed.
I'm good, sir.
There we go, sir. How you doing? How you doing? It's a Sunday. What's up? What's happening?
Yeah, it's really good, man. Hey, this the music you're always playing there, it's touching, man. Hey.
That's it. We actually do it exclusively for you. That's how special you guys are to us. Imagine.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Tell me what you're up to, bro. Where are you calling from?
Actually, I'm on a vacation. I'm on Cape Town right now, as I'm speaking. I was looking about this thing about the love, Iskatin Samanja, the way it's so challenging. Most partners are not actually open about how they feel about themselves because of past relationships, all those kinds of things. And when they come to a new relationship, they start to have to overthink most of the time. And on your perspective, what causes that?
I think, you see, I'm no expert, so I'll just have to be honest enough and say that. But, because I'm a person who's also, I'm in a relationship. I've been with my woman for what now? Jeepers, 18 years. I know that 18 years, yeah. I've got the ring and everything. You see, I'm a married man, see. And in marriage, actually, I've been there for what now? Close to 10 years. So I'll tell you my part of understanding and at least my 2 cents worth. This whole thing is really about understanding and patience. what you want to do when you're with a person that you with is basically have enough of a but you have to leave room for disappointment, which is something that really doesn't sit well with me. But a better way of actually looking at it, and maybe a better way of viewing it from my perspective, is to say, make it so good because of trust. If you have this trust thing, make it so good, your trust, just the person that you're with, make sure that you trust them to a point where you don't have to take it upon yourself to think the worst all the time. It releases stress upon yourself. And the moment that you are relieved of any tension, it relieves tension from the relationship. The principles of honesty, the principles of being allowed to have a word in a relationship, and also allowing yourself to listen to the other partner. Those things are not existent anymore because of things like, it's actually a good thing that there's been an emancipation of umuntu wesifazane, because women have actually been downplayed for a long time. They've actually not been given any power in relationships. And that has shifted the dynamics to a point where a person from the earlier years always would say, I'm a man, I'm supposed to be respected, I'm a person who does the providing, and so I need A and B, C to be done, gets totally bamboozled when he's dealing with a today woman, because a today's woman is emancipated, they're independent, they're rich, they got their own money, so they really don't have to listen to us. They really don't have to listen to you, and it becomes you understand. It becomes a confusing thing. Since I'm the man, the provider, I need to be listened to. And then the relationship doesn't work. So
And there's other parts. The thing about 50-50 thing. What's your take on that about 50-50 on relationships?
I don't think it will ever work, bro. I don't think. It's a fable. First of all, as men, naturally we are suitors. So we are the one who go like hunters, if you want to say. We are the ones who go. We're the ones who go seeking the person that we want to be in a relationship with. From that point onwards, we're the ones who's we're the ones who buys the flowers. We're the ones who takes them out to the relation to dates and stuff like that. While we are trying to woo them into this thing, and then once you agree with a relationship, when does it then start? So I can imagine now that we're here, all of a sudden 50-50, you do that and you do this. It's impractical. It might be a working model as an idea, but in practical terms, I don't think Lisa will ever be okay. I wouldn't be okay carrying 50% of the task, because it will make me feel like, hey son, am I really man enough here? I'd probably want to do more just so that I can have that ego pumped up,
Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. What's your idea? What do you have in mind, Tola? I think she might have gone to get some tea. Listen, we'll have to go for a quick ad break. Thank you so much. It's Nkosi. Well, he's the only king. Nkosi, you didn't tell us. Where are you calling from, sir?
I'm calling from Rustenburg.
But you said you're in Cape Town.
Right now as I'm calling.
Okay, beautiful stuff.
Yes, sir.
All right. No, Sebanga, cool, sir. And do stay tuned, and do share and tell everyone to come through. This is their radio station. It's your radio station, and we love it when you come through. All right, sir?
Thank you, sir, for being invited.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Nice.
Super.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, it's Oscar Msomi, your favorite radio station. This is, of course, Voice on the Move Radio. You are most welcome to come through. I know that my big gentleman is right here. Mr. Kabamba, Namzanu Salim, you're on the tune, sir. Thank you so much. Tapsilam Kulisi, you're also on the dial. Thank you so much. You guys are looking absolutely fancy out there. I love it. Oh, yeah, throwing the hands in the air. Ow, Namzanu Msomi. I cannot believe it either. Yes, so what's going to happen is that we're going to go for a quick ad break and come back with more music. Do stay tuned. And do remember, of course, that you are on the best when it comes to internet radio. And we're not just internet radio only, baby. We've actually pushed the scale right up to a media house kind of a thing. We love it when you give us those beautiful conversations. Make it personal. Make it really juicy. Love it.
You're listening to The Voice on the Move.
Ingelela kubalaleli be Voice on the Move Radio lokhulumayo umama uzakwe ongumngomezulu osuka kwi-region emkhanya kude. Sibonga kakhulu ukuba nale radio usikwazi ukuthi nathi singomama besifazane sangena kule mboni. Siyakuthokozela ukuba khona noma kuneyingqinamba ekhona kodwa nje uNkulunkulu emuhlo owesifazane uyamenza ebe nesibindi. Ngiyabonga kakhulu phambili ngeVoice on the Move Radio.
It is Voice on the Move Radio, and this is, of course, your favorite radio station. We do it this way because it's the only way that it shall be done. Of course, we do this thing every single Sunday. If you come here and you join us and, we get a bit personal, we do it really special. There's a person right here who's actually sending a whole lot of hearts. I must say, it's absolutely appreciated. We do have TK from TK's Bakery looking all good out there. Panashi Ngidana is also right here sending a whole lot of love and hearts. Tabi Selim Kulisi is also right here sending a whole lot of love. You should definitely look out for her. She's a mean beast when it comes to content creation. Panashi is also right here. Thank you so much. Mr. Kabamba is keeping us posted, saying keep it going. We definitely shall. And to everyone that is currently cruising with us, I must say I absolutely love you. Tando Luetu is also right here. We also have, look at this. There's so many people that I should actually, contain myself. The number is just great. I must absolutely say I really appreciate the fact that you guys have actually become part of the family. There's things that is happening out there. I always say that, you have to really keep your eyes on the social media stuff because that's where the juice is really pumping. I know that at the present moment, there's a whole lot of stuff that is happening. Mr. Kabamba, you might have a good advice for us when it comes to this one because I know that you might have, he's a traveler, Mr. Kabamba. But what we're talking about right now is that we know that there are issues in Congo. That's the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo. That's Mozambique. There's a whole lot of things that are happening on that side of the world. I know that some South African armies have been deployed there. They've been sent there to fight against the extremists, the DRC rebels, and, Ramaphosa just said, guys, go out there and try and do something, save the people, save the world, kind of stuff. So the guys are out there, and South Africans, as they are notorious. I mean, they are known for their stuff. This is just us selling ourselves short again. I mean, it's really disappointing. But we are reading stuff here that is really, really not cool. Not cool at all. Looks like the SA troops that have been deployed are having a whole lot of fun out there. I mean, those people are supposed to be keeping peace, making sure that people are not killed unnecessarily, taking people away from harm's way, keeping them away from the rebel groups and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that we want. We want people to just be, tidy about it. But there's news that is going on here saying that, the extended help that has been sent out to the Democratic Republic of Congo, well, the South Africans that have been sent out there to try and help, have been found in bars, have been found in places that they're not supposed to, buying stuff, buying people. I don't know if I should actually say it, but they are buying people. Not in that sense. They are buying people as in they are buying women. They are buying women for fun. And this is nasty. They are buying women for fun. This is the only way that this is the only cleanest version that I can actually put it. But they're basically buying stuff from the female people. They're buying women to have fun with them. That's not the only thing they're doing. They're in clubs, they're in bars, they're drinking, they're just making a mess of it. And what really makes things worse is that the thing is filtering back here. I'm pretty sure that they thought they were not going to be seen. I have no idea why, because soldiers are always wearing that uniform, aren't they? They're always wearing that uniform, man. But it looks like they're having a whole lot of fun going around, drinking, having fun, buying women or women's things and doing things. It's not cool because a whole lot of money has been spent. Look at this. The expenditure is estimated at 984.3 million South Africans rands. That's $51.8 million dollars in dollars. Northern Mozambique, especially the Cabo Delgado province, has been resting for years. Well, the militant groups have been believed to be deployed now, and the terrorists are actually being scattered. They're actually doing their thing. They're trying their best to just mediate the situation, but they should actually just keep their nimbly hands into themselves. What's the point of wanting to get your grubby hands into stuff that you're not supposed to be grabbing on? Do the work, man. Protect those people. They need work to be done. They don't want to be having parties with you South African soldiers, being all naughty here. It's awful stuff. Hey, listen, you're listening to Oscar Soma on your favorite radio station. Let's go for a beautiful song. Here's Take Care. It's a single release that is released by a beautiful talent here, Snow Kid.
The Voice on the Move Radio.
Ama-challenges ebesibhekana nawo sifika iqala lento zaziningi izinto ezazenzeka vele singene silimele manje singakajwayelani nobaba kodwa kwasiza ukuba khona kwaSanthabo.
The Voice on the Move Radio.
That's it. Of course, there's a beautiful gentleman who's right here with us, Mr. Cohen, the big boss. Yes, he's been fixing the stuff here for me. I've been trying to get the screen right because I'm trying to be sassy about it. I want to do it the right way for you, my people, exclusively. Yes, of course. The name is Oscar Somi. I have my people right here, Darina, Slovakia, all the way, and we're absolutely loving it. I know I see the flag there, but trust me, when you're around these parts, it becomes so small on that screen that it becomes virtually impossible for me to actually make out which country, but I know that she's international. That means we are international. And we really wouldn't have it any other way. I did mention before that, yes, of course, there's a whole lot of stuff that is happening in South Africa. Some of the stuff is really hurtful and, it's sad. And we actually have no idea how to fix it. Yes, our people are crippled, a whole lot of them. Some actually are crippled by the system, the system itself. You have no idea how to go around it. I mean, livelihood has it that you go to kindergarten. From kindergarten, you probably find yourself in what's called a primary school. From there, you go to what is called a high school. From there, we have tertiary education. And then it really becomes really serious. But the thing keeps charging up. Okay, let me just try and explain this in more simpler terms. We are given something when we grow up. When we are young and we're coming of age, we are given something that is called hope. It's this thing that dangles in front of you. You might have actually seen this thing happen with some cartoons where they'll have a donkey, and in front of the donkey, they'll have a wire, and on front of, at the tail end of the wire, there's this thing, I think donkeys love carrots, right? Yes. So this thing stays dangling in front of the poor donkey. And the donkey, for all it's worth, it just keeps moving forward in aim to try and attain the tasty carrot. I want to eat that carrot, sir. But the person at the back who's actually the boss, the owner of the carrot, you know what they do? They load stuff up. They load stuff up on the on the donkey, make it work for that carrot that it can never reach. So the thing just keeps walking and walking and walk. It's doing the work, unaware, totally unaware. But the carrot, it really doesn't get to the mouth. And maybe at the end of the day, they'll give it the carrot as a snack. Thank you. Here's your carrot. But you see what's going on here? What I'm trying to paint for you is this picture right here. It's sad that we go through all of these stages: kindergarten, primary school, high school, or secondary school, tertiary, and then we get into the job market. There's this thing that we are forever promised that is at the tail end. You are going to get it. Oh, yes, as long as you get through primary. You get through primary, flying marks. You get to high school. Oh, yes, you're really getting close to it. Keep going. You're really doing well. You're really doing great, sport. You get to high school. You come out flying distinctions and everything. Family goes crazy, happy. Now the child is actually matriculated. Let's push them into what is called now tertiary. Investments are put in, monies are put in. People save a whole lot of money for a whole lot of years trying to make sure that their kids get good quality education. And then they finally get them into a good tertiary education system, a university or whatever. And when they are there, they want they keep wanting it. They keep being promised, you're going to get it. You know, this education is going to give you a great job. Keep going. You're really doing great. And then you come up cum laude, I don't know what they call it, but you get good marks. And then the reality hits. It's like, whoops, what happened? I'm here now at the finish line. Can I please get my reward? Where's the reward? Where is it? No one has an idea what the reward is. We don't know what the reward is. We thought that getting a job would be the reward. It's not. Apparently now we can't even get those jobs. We just hope and hope and hope, and it never comes through. It actually has you know, a whole lot of people have been picketing and a whole lot of stuff. If you might be aware of what's happening in the news front as well, COSATU, which is like the general union in South Africa for the workers, has actually been mobilizing Bonk and Nabo, Santaka, and everyone. They've been coming together to try and get, you know, the government to actually move somewhat, because people are just not. These kids are graduating, people, they dance there at UKZN. You know, we see them every single year. They're pumping them up like it's a factory. You know, to get all of your qualifications and to work so hard to be promised to go to, when you get to the finish line, you're going to get something that is worth the investment of your time, the energy, everything that you've instilled in this energy, and this dedication that you've tried to acquire. Now that you've actually made a crossing, there's no jobs for you. So in South Africa, there are no jobs, people, and they're giving people 350 rands, which is supposed to be called what? What is it? I don't know what they call it, but it's something that they just get, but like, get 350. And this thing has become like what kind of a placebo thing, Bob? It keeps you in limbo. Like, I'm fine, I'm getting 350 at least. So people have actually been crippled. They don't even have the tenacity to go out looking for work anymore. They don't even want to compile a CV anymore. Some don't even know what a CV is. Oh, man, it's tiring. But we do have G-Force Employment Solutions coming through. We have Utami Graham Sabela is going to be coming through, joining us. And he's going to be telling us exactly how they're going to mitigate this thing, how they're working around it. And he's going to be giving us, you know, some kind of, you know, leeway, telling us of the possibilities that are out there in the job markets, at least through not just his firm, but in general. I mean, what are South Africans to do? Yes, of course, a whole lot of music that is still in store for you, and I shall just keep it that way. Here's a bit of a song that you're definitely going to love. I know that I love it. Well, thought. You judge it for yourself. A beautiful song, well thought. Mega Delon, it's a beautiful one. Absolutely fresh. I mean, for how many years has it been? It's like there's a person who's sanctioned it. The fact that every single Sunday when you listen to radio, it must sound like, you know, your granddad's song. Ooh. No, man. Come on. Get some life behind it. Listen to this stuff. Yeah, man, I absolutely love it. Now, I'm just going to tell you, because this world is absolutely crazy. Some people called him Jesus. I have no idea why they did that, but they absolutely did. I know the people in the Americas know exactly what I'm talking about right now. There's Ufezile as well, Ufezile Mbata, is it? Darina is always right here enjoying the moment. Absolutely love it. We have a beautiful person here with the sign and the number 8 and the heart wrapped in a beautiful ribbon there. Thank you so much. We also have Stacks. We love it. We love it. And all my people that are currently tuning on YouTube. I know that my people right here on YouTube as well, X and Twitter. I must say that it's absolutely great. And we really do appreciate the fact that you can actually take some time and actually enjoy this moment with us. So go out there while you're already here. Make sure that you subscribe, like, and follow. Subscribe, like, and follow. Subscribe, like, and follow. I'll tell you what's going on. I did say there, you know, some people actually called him Jesus at some point. They have no idea why they say that. I have no idea why they said that, but they did. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about that guy. Apparently, he's from here in South Africa, but he just doesn't want to associate with that stuff. He's been trying to run away from his roots for as long as possible. Maybe not. Maybe he is proud. Maybe they just gave us wrong information. But whatever the situation, one thing is for sure, he's changing the world one day at a time, and he's doing it one-man show. Who the hell am I talking about? I'm talking about Sir Elon Musk. Yes, Sir Elon Musk. A whole lot of controversy behind him as well. People like him, some don't. People are confused. They have no idea. He's from South Africa. That's what they say. I really don't want to go on raving about that, because I'm not even sure if he's proud of those facts. But it doesn't really matter. Let me read you something really special here. The reason we're actually doing this link is because it's so special to me. You might want to call me a little bit of an oddball. But what usually happens is that I really just have interest, you know, the oddest of things. Right now, Elon is going crazy, giving us a robot. If you remember, the robot is called Optimus. Let's just track back a bit. If you actually remember what happened not so long ago, one of these movies, because movies do this thing where they actually prescribe what is going to happen in the future. Somehow, I don't know what dark magic it is that causes it to happen that way, where a movie like The Simpsons, they spell out stuff that happens in reality. And it's like, what the hell happened? Is this some kind of Matrix? Is it really a game that we're on here? Is it a computer simulation? Are we just playing games here? Are we just a thing that is, fable, not really important? I have no idea. Maybe you can tell me. But the reason I'm talking about this is because Elon Musk has actually made a robot. If you remember back, we had that movie, iRobot. Is it iRobot? Yes, I think Will Smith was on that robot. The robots went crazy. They were just going crazy. They're taking everyone out. I think some robot had a malfunction and then they started getting consciousness and they started chopping down people, going after everything, just messing things up. Those robots are crazy, man. But we saw it as a movie and we were like, yes, of course. I mean, they said cars will be flying by the year 2000. That hasn't happened. So robots not going to happen. Crazy stuff. If it does happen, maybe 100 years, no one is going to be around here to experience it. Anyway, look at what hell happened. The Sir Elon Musk went and opened that door prematurely. He said, I want those robots to be walking amongst us. That's actually a trending story that is going around right now, saying that Elon Musk was saying that those robots are going to be walking amongst you, human beings. They are the new speck of consciousness. If we came from what used to be monkeys and then we became humanoid humans, then the robot is definitely the thing that is coming up next. Let's check out this thing, what really happened here. In 2021, Elon Musk unveiled a humanoid robot that turned out to be a guy in a suit. A year later, we got a look at a prototype version of a robot. That's the year 2022. Not a guy in a suit this time, but it was actually a robot. Let's see what happens. At a Tesla event called We Robot last night, Musk trotted out a whole squad of machines alongside some absolutely wild promises about what they can actually do. The robots are here, people. It's absolutely crazy and it's beautiful. The robots have actually landed. So what's going on with the robots is that they can do a whole lot of fancy things. They can mix you a drink. They can help you take care of your kids. They can, help your children with their homework, help you clean the house. I mean, those are robots, boy. I mean, those are kind of robots that anyone would need. But do we really, really want to move in that direction? Are we ready? I mean, what if? What if that thing that happened in the movie starts happening? What if we buy these robots because they're not even expensive? Well, if you're American and you're counting in dollars, $20,000 to about $30,000 will get you a beautiful Optimus robot. That's going to be your personal assistant, your friend, your companion, a shoulder to cry on, a confidant, someone that will be able to help you with, anything. You want garbage to be taken out of the house? Here's Optimus ready to do that. You want someone to walk your dogs? Here's Optimus. Let's go. You know what I'm talking about. But the world is not ready. Some people are saying this is way too crazy. We don't want robots around here. That thing in the movie that happened is going to happen. They're going to take over. But what if? What if they do take over? So what? Then what? I mean, human beings are wiped out. Then the robots reign. And it's a new dawn. Some people might actually be ready for that. Some are just freaked out. I'm freaked out. I'm scared of that stuff. Then, that's Elon Musk for you. So there's a robot that you might be ordering. I don't know if it's going to be ready for South Africans yet, but yes, they are moving off those shelves, flying off those shelves in America. It looks like people are actually just buying those robots. They need them. They can mix you a drink as well. I think that's just the one point that I don't get. Out of all the things that they name, that they put as things that this beautiful robot can do, it can help your children with the school work. You can leave your child with the robot and all of that stuff. And it can mix you up an alcoholic beverage. This society is actually interested in that. Let's just make an alcoholic. Let's make a robot that can actually mix a drink. It's going to be a beautiful thing, isn't it? The world is changing, and we're just waiting to see where it goes from here. Uhlali Nathi is the name of the artist. You're going to love this song. Let's go for a beautiful song and come back with more music. If I can get this right, sometimes I get it so wrong. I hope I'm not so wrong this time. Chakalasi. Do we have a Chakalas, Baba?
Kahle bhuti.
Mnomzane, ngiyaphila kakhulu mfethu njani?
Right boys.
Mntaka baba. Uhlala ngalapha uJakalasa sifonela ulaphi nendawo? Ku-network mfethu.
Ngisesentshuro.
Oh, look at that. Hey, ngale kwelele yazwe. Ulalela umsakazo wakho lapho uwenzani njengoba kuyisonto nje? Uwenzani njengoba kuyisonto?
Athi ngithola network, yeah.
Okay. No, usithinte kamasusu right ne? We are right here waiting for you, Mnumzane. That's a beautiful gentleman right there. Uchakalasa usazozama ukuthola network right because his network is a bit funny, so he's actually trying to get a good network connection. Yes, of course. My people are right here, loving you. Your Nwabo. Is it, that surname is a bit complicated. There we go. Zonky, is it Zonix? Look at this. My people. Sandra is right here, sending hearts and loves and lots of roses. Yes, my people. Aimek is also on the tune. Thank you so much. Let's see if Chakalas is back on the tune. So, you're still connected. Chakalas, uyazwakala manje?
Ya, hayi ngiright manje kabe yami.
Thank you so much, mnumzane. Ulaphi nendawo mfethu?
Ngisasenshuroni mfethu, ngisasenshuroni.
Kuyisonto nje uphezukwani wenzani?
Hayi bengishaya ijuthe encane.
Yes.
Espani and then ngibuyela elokishini manje futhi nakhona ngiyacheka.
Kusakuyorelaxa ke manje. I know isonto phela namhlanje sayowasha imoto ekhawasha.
Azorelaxa ntambama futhi ijuthe nyana khona isipanyana engisenzayo.
Hayi ayisebenzi indoda vethu. Siyabonga kakhulu uqhubeka ushaya nje ulalela umsakazo. Sina, thank you so much. We also have Livingston. Of course, all of my people. Right here on Twitter as well. Make sure that you come through and talk to us. I mean, I really love it. We do have a guest that is coming through at least at 10:30. He's going to be telling us what's happening in the job market, in the job front. We're going to be finding out exactly what's happening. It's actually become such a crazy world. Actually, not just a crazy world alone. It's actually sad news that are going around as well. I know that if you're a South African like me, I am a South African. Proudly so. So at the present moment, we are not so good, not so fresh. I mean, we're mourning. We're mourning the passing of our beloved former finance minister and Reserve Bank governor. That's Ubabu Tito Mboweni. I know, I mean, it's obvious that a whole lot of people already got the news. But I got to do this because the guy has actually played quite a pivotal role. Just thinking about everything that has happened. This gentleman, Ubabu Tito Mboweni, his other name is Titus, so he's a Tito. What happened is that he was the first black governor in the Republic of South Africa. This is back in 1999, you know, it was quite a change. And it was one of those moments where we actually noticed, to go say, hey, this is actually happening. This new democracy, the new dawn is actually true because, I mean, big things were starting to happen. Here's a black man already being given such a huge responsibility of being the governor of the Reserve Bank of South Africa. And then after that, we started noticing even the notes, you know, imali, the notes, the paper notes that we used to go to the store and buy whatever we need. It had his signature down there, Tito Mboweni. I'm like, hey, wait a second, that's our guy right there. He's all black and he's on the South African Reserve Bank note. That was a good thing. It's actually a great thing. But the man has actually come to his demise. He's deceased. He's taken his last breath. And just to look at the stuff that he's actually been working on, former Minister and Reserve Bank Governor Tito Mboweni has died. His family released a statement late on Saturday night announcing his passing. And Mboweni was only 65 years old. It is with deep sadness that the Mboweni family announces the passing of former Reserve Bank Governor and Minister of Finance Ubabu Tito Titus Mboweni. The family is devastated by the Governor Mboweni's passing after a short illness. He passed away in a hospital in Johannesburg on a Saturday night, surrounded by his loved ones. That's what the statement reads. Mboweni became the first black governor in South African Reserve Bank, succeeding Chris Stals in 1999. He served for a decade, a very long time. Before that, that was in the governance of Nelson Mandela's cabinet between 1994 and 1999. So we definitely see a person here who has been, phenomenal. He's actually done so much for the country, and we are devastated at the fact that he's actually come to his demise. But we say for the wonderful work that has actually contributed. To be proud and see that we're actually not just good enough to be teachers and police officers. There's a possibility that a black man could actually assimilate himself to bigger heights, to bigger levels, and such high offices. Yes, of course, the name is Oscar Somi, and this is Soul and R&B Vibes. The name of the show is Soul and R&B Vibes. It comes live to you every single Sunday from 9 till 12 noon, and we do this thing called music. And we do have beautiful people that are currently enjoying this moment with us, like Senor Vega. And we also have a mix. Is it Cuthbert Ashton? There we go. There's another one who's saying he's on fire. One fire. And these are all the people that are currently enjoying this precious moment with us. Nkuli is also on the dial. We also have Uma Mtiane is also right here. Utoli Mtiane is just cruising with us. She said she's going to hang around all the way. And we really, really do appreciate that. To all my people that are currently streaming with us, on all social media platforms. Thank you so much. We're going to go for a quick ad break. I mean, we got to pay these bills, human beings. We're going to come back with more music, of course. That's what we're known for.
Hey, it's time to move your business to the next level.
How so, my brother? Please tell me.
Listen up, man. VM Radio has some exciting advertising opportunities designed just for your business.
Wow, that's amazing. Tell me more.
Hey. It's simple, man. Email marketing at vmradio.co.za or hello@vmradio.co.za right now, and we will help you reach your target market.
#welcome to the future.
Tune to your favorite radio station, of course. This is Oscar Msomi on your favorite radio show, Soul and R&B Vibes. It actually comes live to you every single Sunday. And we do this thing called music, a whole lot of music. I mean, we're really serious about this music business. And what really makes our music fancy is that it's not just repeated music that has been heard again and again and again. You go to every single radio station, they do this thing that they do. They call it what? A playlist? Yes. They've got this thing called a playlist. So they've got a couple of songs and they keep this music just rotated. So you're almost like programmed to only understand that on a particular show, this is the kind of music that I'm going to be hearing. And it becomes like a known theme. And as much as fresh and exciting as that is, you know, sometimes we have to open a little bit of door so there's new things that filter through. And you might be surprised at the jewels that we might find. Busy playing old Manhattan songs here. Give us something fresh. Listen to the stuff right here. I'm going to play you a song. You're going to absolutely understand what I'm talking about. Absolutely crazy. You're going to love it. I know. I love it so much. It's a beautiful song. Mina Nawe. DJ XP. Ntandokazi. I mean, wouldn't you want this on your playlist?
Mamelala, uwenje isithando sami. Ngizokuphatha kahle, sondela nje ube nami. Ngizokuhlonipha ngikunika uthando lwami. Noma inini baby hlala nami. Mamelala, uwenje isithando sami. Ngizokuphatha kahle, sondela nje ube nami. Ngizokuhlonipha ngikunika uthando lwami. Mina nawe baby sohlale siso labangafu bazoze basbo uthando lwethu baby lunamandla for sure ngeke basime labana foko mina nawe baby sohlale siso labangafu bazoze basbo uthando lwethu baby lunamandla for sure ngeke basime labana foko papa
My beautiful people, please speak to me. There's another one right there. Nantlenkosi, talk to me. Hello, Nantle. Siyaphila kakhulu njani sisi?
Ngiyaphila.
We are so happy that you've... Yes.
Ngiyajabula kakhulu kusami ukunijoyina ngibe nani kwi-Sunday.
Listen, we wouldn't have it any other way. It's in esijabulayo ukuthi uthathe ithuba lokuthi uze nje lapha kwethu and enjoy this beautiful moment with us. It's absolutely an honor. What are you up to? It's a Sunday, Nantle. Ulaphi nendawo?
Ngisendlini nabantwana namhlanje ngiskipile isonto angiyile esontweni.
We are ropa, in other words.
No, not ukuthi ngiyarobha izolo bekuyi anniversary kasisi wami so siqede ebusuku manje
taking some time off. No, uyadinga ukuthi recharge vele, and it's a good thing that you're just taking it easy uhleli nengane ekhaya. I mean, that's the best way of spending a Sunday, I believe. Yeah. So we're enjoying this moment, and Sinawila, what's on your mind? Like, I know that you might be going to work tomorrow. What's planned for today? Nizoyihlalela nje ukurelax, I know you at some point you might go out.
No, angeke ngize ngiyendawo ngizohlala nje ngiphekela abantwana. Ngenze lokho nalokho nje engakwenzile but nje usuku namhlanje cha ngibhena ngalutho amanga.
No, that's a great thing. Siyabonga kakhulu for coming through. Anyone that you might want to say hello to, mhlawumbe ungekho lapho nani, that you want to say hey to?
Ngithanda water please.
Say it again.
Ngithanda ukuthi nje hello ekhaya ngiyababingelela ngiyafisa nabo siyazibajoyine lo hlelo lakho.
Of course.
Invite.
Please do invite them. Asingajabula kakhulu.
Njengoba nami nje ngikwazi ukubona uhlolo ngalibona Thobani Nkosi.
Is it? Oh, that's beautiful, man.
Ngiyabona kuqulu ku WhatsApp epostile link ngangena.
Oh wow, siyabonga siyajabula kakhulu ne. Yeah, man. Do stay tuned and uqhubeka kubatshela abantu ukuthi they must tune into Voice on the Move Radio. But subscribe, but like it, because that's how we keep it for you.
All right.
Sending out all the love and siyabonga kakhulu Nantle. That's Nkosi. Also ihlalele nje ekhaya, she's chilling. She's not doing anything much today. Uzohlele ekhaya, she's chilling. She's got her people, the kids are there. Had a beautiful weekend. It was crazy busy. So namhlanje she's taking things a bit light. Urelexele ekhaya and we're saying thank you so much. We're sending all the love and we appreciate the fact that you came through to us. Thank you. Remember that you can also do the same if you would like to come through on air and join us. It's absolutely a welcome gesture. We love it. We really wouldn't have it another way. The name of the show is Soul and R&B Vibes. Make sure that you share this with the masses. Tell everyone that is out there that this is the spot that they belong to. There's no one else that does it like we do. We are the future, baby. Yeah. Yes, look at that. We also have Odwa Lutando, Zanele Hlophe, Jess. That's right, Casper Ashton. Darina Slovakia riding this wave with us for a couple of hours now. That's how cool we are. We're loving it. Zim has also joined. Beautiful stuff. Well, sometimes these things do happen and it's such a sad thing. I'm actually just looking at the stuff that is trending, that is going on. I always tell my people that it's the best thing that you can do for yourself. Make sure that you check out what's happening on the network, because if you're not on the internet, I'm not sure why you're sitting under a rock, but that's a terrible thing. You shouldn't do that. Try and read more. Assimilate yourself. So a whole lot of stuff is happening and some of it is absolutely sad. I actually have to cut the music for this because, I thought that at some point we would have actually gone through these things as a human species, as a race, these humanoid thingamabobs that we are, the self-repairing machine. We should be better. We should be more. We should know better. So in South Africa, an artist, her name is Makadzi. Of course, we can jam the jams now. This is kind of cool stuff. Makadzi right here. Makadzi needs someone who has her best interest at heart, because this thing of using Oscar Bo to trend, it's just not going to hang. So what are we talking about here? Let's read this article. There's an article. The Bloemfontein Makufe, I love this song, so I'm going to have to play this whole song for you again. Bloemfontein Makufe, I am sorry to perform for 20 minutes. This is Makadzi, apparently. She just performed for 20 minutes after people paid a whole lot of money. So what are we talking about? She's sorry for performing for a lousy 20 minutes. I don't know if this is all about Oscar Mbo's PR train, but why in such a crazy moment when people pay their money to be seen? Unfortunately, Oscar Mbo, the DJ, removed my USB when I was about to finish. Oh, Bafana Rorata. But don't do that, please. PR can be done without hurting others. Yeah, well, it's pure sabotage. These artists can't take a moment to just chill. It looks like the guy just went in there and while the lady was doing her thing, because of whatever reason that is going on, decided that is going to chop the performance down. The lady is actually crying because he knows that people are actually so disturbed by the fact that, they love Makati. People invest their money. People save up to go to these shows. To get to a show and get a lousy performance because of stunts that they could have sorted out on their own without wasting people's money is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And I really hope that they find a way of mitigating it. A lot of things are happening here in South Africa. Listen, there's a beautiful song right here. There's no way that you're not going to love it. And the reason I'm going to repeat it for you is because I love it too. Loluthando. It's a beautiful song that is performed by a beautiful duo. I'm going to actually do this whole thing once the song finishes because it is absolutely crazy. Soprano.
Baningi ibabona behlabenyuka bethandana kwamajuba feeling alright ithi baningi ngibambona behlabenyuka bethandana kwamajuba udelo waziyo ukuthi uthando lami lophele laphi now nabantu ngithi kudelo waziyo ukuthi uthando lami awulophele laphi now nabantu sihleli sicabana sihleli silanjalo life is too short asiyekukula baby yeah. Life is too short asiyekukuxabana. Life is too short, let's make things alright.
mountains is not just the only thing we do to give you the best insurance quote. Talk to our friendly consultant today on 031 012 5223 to switch and save. At Intaba, we understand that every cent is worth saving, and we are happy to move mountains to give you a peace of mind and enough savings in your pocket, knowing that your policy is well taken care of, with benefits like passenger liability, personal accident cover, and more. Follow us on social media at Intaba Insurance Brokers. Email info@intaba-insurance.co.za. Call 031 012 5223. Intaba Financial Service is a licensed service provider with FSP number 47111. Terms and conditions do apply. Premiums are risk profile dependent and reviewed annually based on a risk profile and economic factors.
We do have lovely news. The lovely news is that our guest is on his way. Just confirmed. So we're just going to be brushing up on that thing again because it's absolutely vital. I want to lay it down for you. It's absolutely a crazy world that we live in because the transformation is apparent. We see it every single day. It's a one-on-one experience, an experience that you cannot fathom. Some of it is so robust that it actually leaves you hanging. I'm reading the headlines here. There's a picture that they have of a building in 2009 and the very same building in 2024. If you're on X Twitter, you'll know what I'm talking about. It was posted by Ben Menziwa. It shows a picture. Oh man, look at this. I'm going to read the thing as it is. This is caused by a foreigner coming into our country and importing their culture by turning good looking places into cesspools or cesspools. Oh man. Okay, well, English does this sometimes. We always had spaza shops and retail shops in South Africa. We didn't need foreigners at all. Just look at this. Apparently you can't look. But what's happening here is that they've got a picture. I'm going to paint it for you. They've got a picture and it's got a building and the picture is looking absolutely fresh in 2009. And in 2024, it's got papers and stickers and stuff and people standing and it looks horrible. So what's going on here is that there's an outcry still. I don't think this thing will ever go away because I mean it's almost in the core of our beliefs almost. What's going on here is that people are going on about the fact that the foreigners are here in South Africa and they look like they're just dilapidating. It looks like the country is not looking as fresh, according to what their people saying. It's not what I'm saying. People are saying that buildings that were there before are looking like they're run out. They're worn, they're used and abused. Yes, of course, we always had shops. It's absolutely true. And all of this shops, they were selling food and stuff like that. All of those shops closed down. And I don't know how, but we do have other people from other countries that are actually running those shops now. So the article is basically calling on the fact that at least we're actually allowing the foreign nationals are actually occupying stores because we're also in need. I mean, 90% of the people in Malukshini are already using those shops as primary stores where they get all their necessities, other than going to the big retail shops where you have to commute by taxi to get there. So what's going on is that our people are just saying that it's so good that we have these people, but can we just try and be a bit clean about it, neat, and just tidy about it? Because it could actually, just make the whole thing look more better if it could also be just maintained in a way that is more appreciated. So we're going to go for a smaller break while we set up. The guest has already arrived. It's absolutely going to be a beautiful one. I didn't mention we have a gentleman coming in today. That's...
Moving mountains is not just the only thing we do to give you the best insurance quote. Talk to our friendly consultant today on 031 012 5223 to switch and save. At Intaba, we understand that every cent is worth saving, and we are happy to move mountains to give you a peace of mind and enough savings in your pocket, knowing that your policy is well taken care of, with benefits like passenger liability, personal accident cover, and more. Follow us on social media at Indaba Insurance Brokers. Email info@indaba-insurance.co.za. Call 031 012 5223. Indaba Financial Service is a licensed service provider with FSP number 47111. Terms and conditions do apply. Premiums are risk profile dependent and reviewed annually based on a risk profile and economic factors.
So it's absolutely true. I did mention before that we have a beautiful day today. Of course, the whole thing has been set up just perfectly. And Iskatike has also been in our side. I mean, God is absolutely great because it's been a long way coming. I will absolutely tell you, almost 3 times it's happened where we've actually tried to set up this interview and it's just been slipping off our hands because of unforeseen reasons and stuff that just came up with that we were absolutely unaware of. But it has actually come to a point where we've actually gone all the way to have it happen. So we absolutely appreciate the fact that we do have our gentleman. The name of the gentleman that is right here in front of us right now is Umnomzanu Tami Graham Sabela, who's a big shot when it comes to the employment solutions stuff. He's going to be telling us all about that, but just not that only. He's the director of a big company that's G-Force Employment Solutions. And not just that, I mean, he's wearing a whole lot of hats. He's got experiences in a whole wide spectrum of industries, labor consultancy, labor provision, management and stuff like that. He's actually touched also in the burial industry, has a big footprint where he's actually been prominent in making sure that that company, the one that I'm talking about, though I'm not going to mention the name, has actually had its arm extended into the international market. They actually have their offices established in the United Kingdom. And this is all due to the gentleman that is right here in front of us today and the wonderful work that he does. Before I even allow him to be graced by the mic and just speak to you, I'll just tell you he's a family man. He's a loving husband. So that's a plus. And the other thing is that he's a mentor, a kind of guy that you would want to have around your son so that he's channeled in the right way. Because if he looks at him as a man, he might learn a thing or two. So we're really proud and happy that he's actually taken the time to come up here and enjoy this precious moment with us. Mnomzana Sabela, how are you doing today, sir?
Hey, Mr. Msome, finally I'm here. I'm excited. It's been coming.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to be here. Voice on the Move.
That's right.
Done a sterling job.
Yeah.
I've seen people, they are following you guys on social media platforms. I'm actually taken back when I see the setup here. What a beautiful radio station.
My man.
The equipment is the state of the art. And they didn't pay me a cent to say that.
Yes, sir.
Like poverty. I didn't grow up having everything. I had to work hard for everything that we have and that we have our hands on. So my principle is simple: pull the others.
Of course.
There is no journey that you can walk alone. It suits my heart when I see people having joy because they can take care of themselves. They are independent. So my thing is to make sure that everybody that I know that I'm around, they can be independent. As a result, I've been in the employment sector for 23 years.
Yeah.
Having served in other companies and other various boards. But G-Force Employment Solutions started in 2018. Really started to work in 2019 and the COVID came in.
Yeah.
We thought this was the end, but
it's gonna knock you backwards.
Again, Nkulunkulu, being the man that he is, he pulled us through.
Yeah.
Today we employ over 1,500 people throughout the country of South Africa.
Wow.
And we can only be humbled.
It's definitely humbling.
And grateful that we have created so many opportunities for employment.
what I really like about the fact that your company is channeled ekutheni ivula amathuba emisebenzi is because I know that for a whole lot of people, it's just looking at the example of what happened when we were setting up this meeting. If I may just briefly explain to the people, we set up a meeting. He's gonna come through and we're gonna do this interview. He wakes up at Kaya and he goes outside. One of his cars is missing in Lynn. And this basically speaks to the fact that there are social ills that are far more than just the lack of employment. Abantu out there are so confused at the fact that they do finish into school as expected by society. But when you get through to the other side where you're supposed to get a job, then they say there's no jobs. And then umuntu is in limbo now. I've got this responsibility. There's a family that I have to take care of. I don't know how to bring the money in. And then umuntu, they tend to do what probably those guys did. But get into a life of crime. Sometimes they are forced to even get into those things. Now, government introducing 350 there. They don't even have this tenacity to actually go out looking for a job because 350, I'm going to get my beers and I'm going to be fine, you know? So you created this company back in 2018, you said?
Yes.
And the whole purpose and the sole purpose of Chief Force Employment Solution was based on?
The purpose was to social relief.
Yeah.
I believe in self-reliance. If I was given an opportunity to govern, even if it was 2 months, my emphasis will be on self-reliance.
Yeah.
Because I think the state currently is making people more on social grant, on handouts, and it's not helping.
It's not a direction that I would say we're supposed to be moving as a country. Would you also agree?
I agree with that. It's just creates more and more people who, not everybody, I'm generalizing, will become lazy because they know there's something coming. People are no longer hustling enough to make sure that they gain something. I mean, we grew up when people will go and do gardens, and that was fun, and that was something that was incredible, that was accepted within communities. But now the society has changed in a sense that people who try to make ends meet, sometimes they will be graded in the society that says, "Oh, why would you do the garden? Why would you work in the restaurant, for instance?"
We actually grade ourselves and cripple ourselves in a way because I know that if you actually look out there, most of the jobs that we say we are not eligible to do, they're not good enough for me because I'm better than those jobs. The foreign people that are coming in this country, they're doing those jobs.
That's what I was going to say. Look, Oscar, we in South Africa, where unemployment is currently sitting at around 36%. And that's bad. That's very bad, for a country of this size. And if I can tell you the truth, it's more than that. Now, these 36% individuals are people that are still seeing a need to go register with companies like G-Force, who still see a need to register with the Department of Labor and Social Services. But there are those who have given up, who don't even
majority of them
to put their names on as people who are on the job market. And those on these statistics are not part of that. So in reality, we're probably looking at 40%. And that's scary to have.
It's growing, which is the worst thing.
Number of so many people unemployed. And in that also, you've got a huge number of foreign individuals who have come into the country. Their way or their pattern of doing things is the humbling one in saying, I'll take anything. Whereas in South Africa, everything is now graded.
That's right.
You know,
classified.
Classified. I mean, you'll see a person who's unemployed, but he still grades themselves as in, I want this type of a job. But for me,
from what standard?
Who's been in employment for so many years?
That's it.
If you are sitting at home, the chances of you getting even that grade where you put yourself as zero.
As zero, because you're not in a place where you'd even get information that would say, because now you are right here at home, and you've got all this 350 that is coming, so you just...
Absolutely. I mean, I've employed so many people from just the car wash. I'm there to wash my car, and I would see Mama or Ruputi. Wow, this guy is so
There's
dedicated.
Something that I can,
they give their all in doing this. And while I'm there, the email comes, we're looking for 20 people at such and such a company.
Now you've got a person right here in front
and
of you.
These are requirements. Before, I could even forward that to our recruiters at the office.
Yeah.
The people that are in front of me, obviously, I will ask, do you have a matric? Do you have this?
And just the standard requirements.
There are so many that have been employed.
Yeah.
There's one man every December without fail, he sends a message or he will call and say, my children are all clothed.
Oh, because
they've been to school.
Yeah.
We are having a meal. We are a normal family. Thank you.
It must be fulfilling to you as well, because that's positive feedback. You're making a change in a person's life, a difference in a person's life.
That's what drives me.
Yeah.
To see the society changing. Like I said, I want people to be self-reliant. And that's all I'm about. Whatever projects that we engage ourselves in, we've got artisans development. That's
for skills now, for work that you use your hands.
Which, if you look now, the universities and all these places of tertiary education, some of them, I'm afraid, they are offering disciplines that are
it's not aligned. Yeah, it's not aligned because
the job market is asking for something else while we're busy training our people
for things that will not take them there.
That are dormant.
Yeah.
So by the time they finish their degrees, there is no jobs for that.
For the qualifications that they actually have.
Qualifications that they have.
And who is to see that gap and bridge that gap? Because it looks like we do have leaders, but I'm not sure if anyone is looking at that perspective. I know for a fact that it's absolutely true. There are so many industries. Most of the industries, especially here in South Africa, they are labor-intensive industries where you actually have to go out there and work, whether it's shifted work, whether it's work that requires you to use your physical body. Most of that work that is like that is the stuff that is more available than the stuff that is requiring your intellect, where you'd have to maybe have some kind of qualification to specifically do that kind of a job. It's more limited. It's misaligned. You're absolutely correct that our qualifications are available.
Absolutely. And that's needs to be aligned from the industry. There's a sector that is education and the government.
That's right.
Those needs to talk to each other.
There must be communication
so that
between the two.
Our children are channeled towards the right direction.
Yeah.
There are people who are studying banking right now. And I mean,
it's a flooded industry already. I mean, how many bankers are they pumping out for?
It's no brainer. Everything is done on the cell phone now. So
exactly,
you don't really.
Who's going to go and queue at the queue and to want to speak to a person?
Talk to somebody. There are robots, robotic system. We're living in
the automation system is coming up
in the fourth industrial revolution. So digital space is where everything is moving towards. I would say, working with your hands will most likely give you a job. Artisans.
Yeah.
The last time we checked, the average age of artisan in South Africa was 50 years. And then taking into consideration those who have moved to New Zealand, Australia,
which is the majority,
Dubai,
for better pay.
And that's not just white people as the perception, even black individuals, colored individuals, Indian individuals have moved abroad. So in South Africa, we lack those skills. Now, what is happening? The foreign individuals are taking those skills. You lack a skill such as a welder. You look all over. You lack a skill such as millwrights. There are no millwrights. Electricians that are properly trained. And I would advise anybody to look towards those trades because
that's where the industries are looking at the moment.
That's where you'll get employment.
And we are born, I mean, like even in Hammersdale, where you are saying you're coming from, you can see that more industrial stuff is coming up. I mean, there are places that are being opened because I know Hammersdale was once an industrial hub at a certain point before we had Dudlame and all the things that happened that pushed a whole lot of companies away. And then, of course, when through democracy, we started getting the black voter coming up. Companies are money that were already foreign companies but investing in South Africa pulled back. That thing is starting to change now. It looks like more companies are actually trying to come back to South Africa.
Of course, if you zoom in that particular area, it's in the west of Durban, within the metro. that's where the growth is.
That's it.
That's where everything is happening. Now, when you look at that N3 that is being developed, is very linked to Hammersdale, Cattle Ridge, Camperdown area. So that's what we call the mid-rand of KZN between
it's the big hub.
Maritzburg and Devon.
And we are smack dead in the middle of that as people from Hammersdale.
If you look at the skills metrics within the area, there's very little skills that will sustain that development. Hence, we are
people
saying
need to be trained now.
People need to be trained because as much as people within the area are looking at all this development, but there will be very few
who can be cultivated to be used.
That will be used for those job opportunities because they do not have skills that are required, and that is why as you drive around, you from there, you've seen how many they call it summer cottages that have been built. Because
people coming from outside.
People are coming from outside.
And that's a sad thing because,
it's not people from
it's not the locals. It's not locals.
That are getting those jobs.
But then again, Tammy, what worries me about that, as much as these industries are there and available, isn't there any way that people can be sucked into the system and trained while they're already in the system?
Our leaders need to talk. I did say the sector, meaning the education part of it, the industry, the community leaders, those who have been trusted with votes. Need to
come to play.
Need to do what they are elected to do. In South Africa, we've got what we call sector education training authorities. That is SETAs. SETAs are designed to do what I'm talking about. At some stage we had a Kwakimba artisan development project that we had proposed. Which was then meant to cover that whole greater Mpumalanga area to make sure that the production of industries that is pumping in can then be fed by people
of the local people
suitably qualified locally. It can happen anywhere. Wherever you're listening, it can happen in the area where you come from. Could be Richards Bay. Richards Bay is also quite growing.
It is.
And same thing can happen. It's just these SETAs have a lot of money. I'm talking billions of rands.
That the government sets out so that people can be trained and assisted in this fashion.
In fact, it's 1% of our payroll.
Is it?
So each time we are paid or we're paying people,
it goes into that reserve.
There is 1% that is taken, which goes into such reserves. It's in billions. It should then be directed correctly. And it's said that sometimes some of those monies get looted.
Of course.
And they never get to people that is designed.
Not even accounted for.
To get to. And that is said when that happens. There is also a national skills fund. That National Skills Fund is also a lot of money that can be designed and dedicated for areas that are developing. Now, they say train to feed the need.
That's right.
So where there are areas that are progressive and investors are putting money in those areas, National Skills Fund needs to come and play. SETAs need to come and play. But that's not going to happen if you got
there's
leaders,
no communication.
If you got leaders that are not talking
and self-enriching,
that are only thinking of themselves because it only takes a proposal. GFOS has been very lucky that we've been able to project manage many of these developments. We simple in our HR team sit and do write-ups and sometimes go and find these communities and community leaders and say to them, are you aware this is coming into the area?
Let's fix it right now.
Can we put our heads together? But it's so sad sometimes you get a question, what's in for me?
Of course. That's just the mentality of a person who's willing to gain at any cost.
And you know, when you are a leader and you ask such questions,
it doesn't sound right.
It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, it's embarrassing because it's like, why do you want to gain all of a sudden?
I don't need any self-glory for doing such, but if you are a leader within that community, you are the one then who will be channeling people. And when that happens, the glory then can be all yours, you know, because you can
You
say
took a stand.
You've brought in these people to change the situation.
Yeah.
But it's funny that some
Doesn't work
leaders
that
will
way.
elect to say, what's in for me? You know, people think more of their individual needs as opposed to their communities.
It's selfish.
And
actually.
I do not know why then they want to be elected to be community leaders if that's the stance they are taking. And
It's absolutely selfish.
Yeah.
And it worries as well, Nalento, or we show you Uguti, when people are invited. I mean, if there's a big project that is coming and then you find Uguti, there's no one from the area that is given that job or gets the job. And then you find Uguti, even the tendering system, the same thing ends up happening. You'll get a person who gets a job in Mpumalanga and they're from KZN. When you get there, you've got vigilantes who are waiting to tell you Uguti uzofaka bani uzosebenza la. And then they enforce that. And then you talk about Umsebenzi ends up being substandard because the people that ended up doing the work are not skilled. Yipi into that, like you're a person who's in the employment solution industry. What is it that can be done to mitigate that? Whereas kube khona mhlawumbe small groups that are created, mhlawumbe ama-seeders, through seeders like you did mention, kube ukuthi people are given those skills ukuze makufika ama-construction, mhlawumbe kuzogujelwa ama-fiber, stuff like that. They take people from local instead of having to come from a team from outside. Njengoba nje usho ukuthi ayakhula amakotishi because people are coming from outside to do the work inside.
Yeah. Look, SMMEs are doing the great job.
Yeah.
We applaud all those small players, small businesses within township. They are fantastic.
Yeah.
They are employing people, and as they employ people, obviously we alleviate poverty. So we are very happy that we've got SMMEs, we've got people from the community employing their community members.
Yeah.
But to maybe expand a bit on your question, I think the platforms such as Department of Labor has a recruitment desk.
Yeah.
Where umlaleli osekhaya njengamanje can just go to Department of Labor, register their CV, it's free of charge. And then you've got private employment agencies such as GFOS.
Yeah.
It is very helpful to work with those that are certified by Department of Labor.
Because there's a lot of fly-by-nights as well.
Yes, it will mean they're doing things correctly. One, you shouldn't be paying anyone to get a job.
Yeah, I wanted to go to that question actually. We've heard of a lot of employment solution companies that are out there who say, yes, we will give you a job, but send 500 Rand. What's up with that stuff?
No, that's once they say that, you must know that you've been scammed.
Yeah.
There isn't anybody that should be paying anyone for the job in South Africa. The regulations do not allow that. We, as employment agencies, I know that in the community, they would say we take a portion of people's salaries and things like that. That's not so. We charge the clients for services that we offer.
The client who's looking for an employee.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And remember, we are in South Africa where there is bargaining council for almost all the industry sectors.
Yeah.
So salaries and wages are already regulated.
They're controlled by.
Yes. So there is nobody that should have their monies being taken. It's against the law.
And it would be rumors as well, because I mean, how would it even make sense that there's a company which is reputable, formally recorded and registered with all the right entities? So basically, these people are regulated. And then you find Uguti, they say, no, these companies, 50% usually goes to them, and this person, every single time you're getting your salary from the company that ended up giving you a job, 50% is siphoned off to maybe your company, and they end up getting 50%. It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, well, from where I stand, it's not true.
Yeah.
But again, there are people who are unscrupulous.
Yeah.
And if there are those culprits, they need to be reported. The people who hold the stick is again Department of Labor to make sure that such does not happen.
Of course.
Our people need to get jobs. You know, going back to your question.
Yeah.
As recruitment companies, ours is to be fair.
Of course.
If Voice on the Move radio is looking for a benchmark of a radio announcer such as Oscar Msomi, ours is to go and find that person. You get a bit of a concern when you will be having that, and the community leader will try and swerve you towards the people who are more on their books and say, look into
Take
his
these ones,
CVs.
yeah.
Yes, I can take those CVs, but it does not necessarily
They were not
mean
groomed by you. You don't know them.
It does not necessarily mean I will employ them
Yeah.
if they do not meet the requirements. Ours is to make sure that people that we place into those companies do meet the company requirements,
Yeah.
and we are given a job spec. So whether CVs come from a local councillor, it's okay, we'll still take them. Or whether they come from a local pastor, it's okay, we'll take them. Or whether they come from the chief or whoever. We have our own database. Those people will form part of the database. And if they meet all the checklist as a requirement by the client, they then need the job. They get the job. They must be taken. So it comes back to say, how do we then deal with favoritism? I do believe that companies like ourselves can answer that question quickly, because we see no favoritism. We just see the resume. We look, does this person
It's not
qualify?
the individual, it's the qualifications that speak.
Criminal records, we check that. We check the qualifications with the regulatory body. And if all is tick,
that person is good enough and they can be placed.
They go and get the job. Whether Uzalo Mamkize or Uzalo Makomo, it means
that's
nothing.
That doesn't have a play in the situation at hand.
Absolutely.
I know that you also have a very big hand that you played in the Black. Is it the Black Management Forum?
Absolutely.
Tell us about that.
I grew up in the Black Management Forum. We were literally groomed for the future of South Africa. We were groomed to be in the corporate sector and to take on executive positions. As I think people like Abubakar Don Mkwanazi knew that this country at some stage will change. It will not always be apartheid that is governing. So when the sectors changed, we were there to take leadership roles into corporate sector, in businesses. But not only that, we were told that we must take over. And that's what we're doing. My plea is people need not to shy in looking at companies like GeForce Employment Solutions, because they are black-led.
That's right.
Yes, we are black.
It's not a white guy that is sitting behind the fronting. No, it's 100% certified.
100% black-owned, and we are capable, and we can do any size of any work within Africa, within South Africa. We've proven ourselves in doing that. Jobs are flexible. At some stage, we were at 3,000 employees, but again,
it fluctuates depending on the demand.
Right now, this time of the year, the curve goes up again. We'll say companies or people that are listening that knows that their companies are using.
It's the future. I mean, you guys are tech savvy, and you already upskilled yourself to be ready for what is to come in the future. So
Absolutely.
the people that you're training right now, they are ready for the new job markets and where the industries are going.
Absolutely. Anybody listening, feel free to put your name up and say, I know a GeForce company, I know GeForce Employment Solutions, and we will never disappoint. We'll make sure that we do the job.
Tell me though, how do you approach the talent management and industrial relations in your current work? I mean, the people that you already employed, the people that you might have already, how do you keep them in this pool of saying, okay, sharp, maybe they have been trained, maybe the opportunities haven't come up there and they're still just in limbo waiting for anything that comes up. Who does that? Who do you communicate with the companies that are looking for a pool of people, or is it individuals that come to you to look for a job so that you place them? How does it actually work?
We work in various ways. You know, we employ from housekeeping people to a CEO. It depends on the task that we are given at that particular time. So sometimes we headhunt people.
Of course.
We'll go and
if it's a skilled job,
we'll knock on your door and say, hey, Metro FM needs you. We need to go place you there.
That's right.
Are you able to move?
Yeah.
We also take CVs. People register their CVs on our websites. They send their CVs on line recruitment email. Some people, will phone our offices to say they want to register their CV. Some offices of Department of Labor that we work with will even send us some of their database to say, please assist these people. So that's how we manage our database. Like I said as well, we work with many local leaders. We love local leaders.
Of course.
And they send us people that they know that they are unemployed within the area. In some of our social initiatives, we'll go to people like chiefs or local councillors and say, in this area, we would like you to handpick 5 families. Abangathathi entweni, people who
really have
really are in need and say we would like to give opportunities to their children because the idea of us is to change the situation,
creating a community.
We want to create a happy communities. We know that in jobs for African families, they say 1 is to 10. So one person that is working, there are 10 mouths
makes a huge difference
behind that person that get fed, that go to school. So that's important to us.
It is.
As we manage the talent, we in the previous life, I've been involved with teachers. Curriculum development, I've been involved in that. So we always looking for individuals that we can train for the future. And those individuals become the people that we tap into because if we place you on an apprenticeship or on an internship, we looking at you closely,
monitoring to see how the progress is going,
how you perform and how you progress. And in the end of that program or during the duration of that program, we are hoping that we can have what we call a gainful employment.
That's right.
Where that individual will be handed a contract of employment. And it's not easy. If I can tell you, Mr. Msomi, our youth was different. Youth before us was different. The youth that we are dealing with today.
It's a different one altogether.
I
know what you mean. I mean, it starts with the very fact of good. I mean, they carried this thing of being a 2000, so you're already in trouble. Yeah. So it's a different monster altogether.
To help in bridging that gap, we've elected as a company to do what we call a job readiness program. Our work readiness program, we teach people how to gain a job, how to keep the job, how to behave once
you're in an employment,
that job.
Wow.
And we do assessments such as behavioral threats, substance abuse.
It looks like it's a very personalized system you've got going there.
Yes. Now, those individuals become key in our database on clients that we are servicing because they want to have hands on those people. So if we come in your community to offer that program,
you're going to see the difference.
Do not shy away to come and join
we shall.
Because you will then stand a chance to a gainful employment.
That's beautiful. As we drawing closer and closer to the close, we've almost hit an hour. I just want to find out though, in the spectrum of things as they stand, do you think it's too early for South African youth to say they're hopeless, they haven't given up? There are companies like yours that are still out there, they are giving people opportunities. Is there still hope for the future youth to get employment in this country, or maybe things are really looking as bad as they look?
South Africa is the greatest country. I've been exposed to many countries.
Of course.
In Africa and abroad. I was once a missionary for the church. Training, I was exposed in many cultures and things. There's no place like South Africa.
That's it.
Having been in the helm of the employment sector in South Africa, there are always opportunities. We need to be ready for those opportunities. You need to look take time to look on the scarce and critical skills.
That's right.
They are listed on the website.
You can check them on Google. They're there.
Yes, and you study those. You then look what speaks to you, and I would say go for that. And there are opportunities.
There are opportunities.
We are forever looking for people. I mean, if I can tell you right now, we're looking for a factory manager. We're looking for key individuals in sales. We're looking for artisans. We're looking for digital people in marketing. We're looking for pickers, simple things, you know. So there are always
opportunities. Yeah.
Yes. And those opportunities are for everyone.
Yeah.
Even when our clients at some stage they will say, get us young drivers. You know, we've got clients where we have a huge number of drivers.
Yeah. So maninga
cool. And
so this thing basically, I think in the society sometimes we are very quick to just throw in the towel and not getting the information. I think this is why it's so important to have this interview, because who have given up so badly that they don't even think there are prospects. Yet here's a person who's offering employment and saying that there are companies out there looking for abantu, and it's on a daily basis. It's just a matter of aligning yourself with the right companies like Abuchi or G-Force Employment Solutions to get those opportunities exposed to you.
Absolutely. We are one of 10,000 plus companies in South Africa that do what we do.
Yeah.
So if I'm saying we have opportunities at G-Force, those other thousands
they have opportunities also.
They too have opportunities.
And a person would definitely want to align themselves. I mean, and they're thinking, my God, how the hell do I even get to connect with the G-Force Employment Solutions so that they can align me with these things, because and I can definitely get something that would be beneficial to me. How does a person register with the G-Force Employment? Or maybe I should ask, how do we connect with you to get guided exposed to those opportunities?
My advice to the youth out there, South Africa is listed top 5 countries in terms of usage of smartphones and mobiles.
Yeah.
Use that smartphone positively. Register yourself with recruitment companies. Could be us, it could be any, because there are opportunities there.
Yeah.
Take that money that you have, go to the Department of Labor near you and say you are there to register your CV. As you see the N3, the Maritzburg, or anywhere within the country where there are development, N2, Richards Bay, wherever you are.
A lot is happening right now.
A lot is happening. Those CVs, as you register them, those people who are developers come to those offices.
They'll find you.
To look for people. South Africa is alive with possibilities. I know that. I've seen it. And I can put my head on the block to say there are opportunities. Wallahi ithemba mawuhleli ekhaya umuntu onethemba umuntu stand a chance ukuthi ke aphumelele. Behave yourself.
Carry yourself in an acceptable manner as well. Because abantu bayabuka la mnyango.
You know, sometimes umuntu uyafika tuze ku-interview uthi uyambuka uthi ubuka i-behavior yakhe ubone ukuthi
ngeke azalunge lo.
Ngeke kuze kwazi.
Ngisho noma kuthiwa i-skill sikhona ke, but i-presentation yakhe as they standing it right there in front of you.
Be presentable.
Yeah.
Speak positively with respect. Ayikho into edlula ukuhlonipha. Tell that kubantwana bami ukuthi mawuhloniphile nje you can go.
It opens doors.
A long way. So it's the same thing nasemsebenzini. Use your social media wisely.
Yeah.
You know, masasisikorile abantu it's one of the companies. They're all scoring the same.
Yeah.
We only won 3.
And now you have to cut
and we have to cut.
Yeah, you have to cut. Yeah.
One HR executive says, you know, we always talk about digital this, digital that. These people, we have their names, they are on social media. Let's check.
And just look at them.
They will meet the culture of our company.
And people don't think that companies actually do that. It doesn't end with the CV. People are assessed out. On your personal level.
How is it?
Now it doesn't even align with the mandate company.
Straight away to X out, Y out.
They miss the whole opportunity.
Yes.
By just their behavioral mannerism.
It's very important because everybody wants to be aligned or associated with people that are well behaved.
Yeah, that are going to be beneficial even for the company that ends up recruiting them.
Absolutely.
It's actually coming from the man himself. His name is Tammy Graham Sabela. He's a big brand, definitely a brand. He's international. He's done a whole lot of moving around. He's the chief coordinator and director of GeForce Employment Solutions. And he's basically giving us a one-on-one round on exactly the landscape out there in South Africa, knowing that a lot of South Africans are crippled by the fact that they've accepted the 350 and then they basically think it's hopeless in the job market for them to even get anything. But he's giving us hope and telling us that there's still opportunities that are available as we speak. They have jobs that are just waiting to be filled and vacancies that are waiting to be filled. It basically requires you to carry yourself in a certain way and look out for these things in the social media. Don't like reshare my trending videos of dance moves. Go out there if you're looking for a job and do the right things, do the research, get the companies that can help you and carry you into the right light and, get your career going, So he's right here in front of me as we speak, and he's going to give us all the information that is also required so that you are able to get through to GeForce Employment Solutions, and he will be able to assist you, or at least there's a team that is there, that is dedicated, that is going to be able to assist you with getting your next job sorted. Mr. Graham, so tell us, how do people get through to GeForce Employment?
Okay, anybody sitting, listening, who has some of the skills that I've mentioned may feel free to share their resume, their CVs, or at recruitment at geforcesolutions.org.za.
I will really ask you to repeat that.
To repeat that,
yes.
Recruitment at geforcesolutions with an S. .org.za. You can also directly send to Mpumi at geforcesolutions.org.za. You can also send to Kanye at geforcesolutions.org.za. You can follow us on all social media platforms at GeForce Solutions. You can look through on our website to register your CV. www.geforcesolutions.org.za. That's how we normally get to reach with the people. People only come to our offices at their request, meaning they are coming for
interviews,
and things like that. We do not normally take CVs. And again, it's 2024, so
digital, baby.
It's all digital.
I know.
So the paper, don't send papers. Email your CVs, share your CVs. And my advice I always give to the youth is do not send your CVs on PDF. As much as those recruiters are good, but they have a lot of work. Now, when you send your CV, they still need to put it on the format of GeForce CV. So can you imagine now if it's on PDF?
Conversion,
that person needs to sit and retype your CV. Do you think
it's already a job. It's not going to happen.
Do you think it's going to do that?
No, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
It's going to look to the easy one.
There's another one that is already set.
On Word. So always share your CV on Word document. It does help you. Obvious qualifications and things like that can be scanned and shared as PDF. But your CV must always be on the Word document. You may always wonder, I've sent so many CVs, but I never get a chance.
Meanwhile, they're not even opening on their people's system.
Change the way you do it. Don't hand CV, email CVs. It's 2024. Let's use the digital space.
That's right. That's Mr. Graham Sabela from he's the Chief Coordinator and Director of GeForce Employment Solutions, just giving us all the stuff that you really require. I know that the year might be drawing to an end, but a lot of kids even are going to be coming out of school, and they might be looking for imsebenzi that they might be doing for that break while they have before they go to a brand new year. So there's a company that you definitely want to align yourself with. He did give us all the email addresses that you might require. Make sure that you you register on their website and send also your CVs rather into their email address. That's recruitment@g4solutions.org.za. There's also Mpumi at g4solutions.org.za. If not, send to Kanye at g4solutions.org.za. It is Oscar Msomi with my lovely guest. That's Nomzanu Tami Graham Sabeda, who's a tycoon really in the industry where it comes to the industry of employment and stuff like that. You really want to go and check them out. Also, just visit their website to see what they have for you, as there's stuff that is already waiting for people to be filled. Like there are vacancies that are ready for people to just fill. So you want to definitely check them out. The name is Oscar Msomi. What we're going to be doing is just go for a quick ad break. But for those last words, Mr. Graham, what would you like to say to our guests?
Well, I'm encouraged by what I see here in the studio. Yeah. It shows that you're moving with times. Yeah. I will encourage everybody that is sitting at home or that is listening to us, move with times. Yeah. We are in the digital space. We are in the fourth industrial revolution. Old ways may not always work. Yeah. The new ways are the way to go. But never lose hope. Be always hopeful. I grew up in the era Kwaito. Umandoza would say so it takes you to get up there and
do the work.
And do the work.
That's it.
And that's the only way you can change the situation.
Thank you so much.
Not just the only thing we do to give you the best insurance quote. Talk to our friendly consultant today on 031 012 5223 to switch and save. At Intaba, we understand that every cent is worth saving, and we are happy to move mountains to give you a peace of mind and enough savings in your pocket, knowing that your policy is well taken care of, with benefits like passenger liability, personal accident cover, and more. Follow us on social media at Intaba Insurance Brokers. Email info@intaba-insurance.co.za. Call 031 012 5223. Intaba Financial Service is a licensed service provider with FSP number 47111. Terms and conditions do apply. Premiums are risk profile dependent and reviewed annually based on a risk profile and economic factors.
This ain't no runaway train, no, we're the operators. We decide how fast we go. Anywhere you wanna go, the sky can't even be our limit. We decide our destination. I'm not the one that's undecided. You got to make your call. I wanna know, can you love me with your heart and your soul? I'm not here for your past. I need to know we'll make this thing last. It's all that I ask, just so you know. I need you to love me with your heart and your soul. This ain't no hurricane love, no, we're the instigators. We decide how this love flows. Everyday people cold, their words can't even be our limit. We decide our elevation. See, I'm not the one that's undecided. You got to make your call. I wanna know, can you love me with your heart and your soul? I'm not here for your past. I need to know we'll make this thing last. It's all that I ask, and just so you know, I need you to love me with your heart and your soul. Where do we stand? I can't bear just to ask before this heart hits crash. I wanna know, Can you love me with your heart and your soul? I'm not here for your past. I need to know we'll make this thing last. It's all that I ask. And just so you know, I need you to love me with your heart and your soul. Heart and your soul. Oh, I'm not here for your past. I need to know we'll make this thing last. It's all that I ask. Just so you know, I need you to love me with your heart and your soul.
Yes, of course, it is Oscar Msomi on your favorite radio station. This is Voice on the Move Radio, and we're doing this thing called music, a whole lot of it. Yes, and we're proud to do it too, because we give you fresh music that is not heard. Yeah, we break it down for you. We actually give it to you so that you enjoy it. No one does it like we do. Sifanere Violet, you're right there, tuned in. Thank you so much. And it's not just you, Aubrey is here as well. We love it. And everyone that is currently enjoying this moment with us, you guys are just great. Yeah, of course, you did have a guest. I mean, if you were here not so long ago, you might have heard. Yes, it did actually happen. We had a beautiful guest. That's Mr. Graham Sabela, who told us exactly how things were, or at least how things go when it comes to the employment part. I know that a lot of people are actually crippled. They're worried at the fact that they don't know how to get jobs, and there's no jobs in South Africa, and then they're happy at the fact that there's 350 just waiting at the end of the month. But at the same time, this is just a crippling thing because you know, as a people, we are charged, and there's so much more that we can do, gain, get, if we just throw ourselves at the right things. But obviously, if we just accept, like Labo 350, we're basically not going to be growing anytime soon, or, you know, getting to be better people. I just don't think it's going to happen. Oh, man, it's so much that is going on. I know there's a lady here, this Naledi lady who, you know, in Soweto, who's sixth child from Naledi. Wow. A lot of things that are happening on the social space. I'm going to just tell you about it. Sixth child in Naledi, a suspect got poisoned and died. It looks like these people will do anything to get a little bit of money. The lifeless bodies of the 4 miners from Soweto have arrived at the Naledi Community Hall alongside the bereaved family for the mass funeral. The 5th family will be joining them in the proceedings as they all move to the graveyards. If you do remember this story that happened, these people that are busy chopping their family members so that they can get some money out of the insurance. It's such a sad state of affairs. And the fact that we've come to such a low level as a people is just a horrible thing. And I really wish that the world could change to be better. Yes, of course, it's a whole lot that is happening. Looking also at the fact that you know, as South Africans, we've come a long way. And JJ Tabane was JJ Tabane was trending not so long ago because of stuff that comes out of his mouth. JJ Tabane will say it as it is, and sometimes he rubs people up the wrong way. So he's also one of the people that have actually had people raving for the stuff that he said, the things that he did. Tabane addresses Minister of Sports and Culture, Gaydon McKenzie. He's quite loud, I hope. Hopefully that minister, besides the gimmicks, can be, you know, we can just move quickly to talk about how to take care of the situation. Utabane will say it as it is, and people are fighting here. Here's another one where they were actually just ramping cars and moving. A lot of things are happening out there. So just keep a lookout and make sure that you always tuned into your favorite radio station. It is Voice on the Move Radio. Let's get some music as we're looking at the time. It's close to 11:45. And if you have been around these parts, you'll also know that a lady by the name Moira Mkhize is on her way. She's going to be giving us beautiful music, beautiful radio, and she's known for her, you know, her topics will really get you going. And I really can't wait to get to listen to her show. That's going to be starting at 12 all the way till 3 o'clock. That's Moira Mkhize. There's a beautiful song, African Angel, Amatongo. Uvusi Mkhize sings this song. I know you're going to love it. Do check it out. Oscar Msomi on your favorite show, Soul and R&B.
The Voice on the Move Radio.
Voice on the move to move one soul over original sound. Sound to run over originality and create origin. This is the recognition to any generation. Welcome to the future finest of faith, where integrity and honesty speak voice on the move, removing to solve one voice resistance, moving you out from the mountains of sorrow that maintains you from the ground, switch you to a clear vision. This is the sound of victory, revolving to solve one voice resistance. Let your voice be heard. This is Voice on the Move.
We the best. We the best.
Moto's gonna be coming in, giving you nothing but the best in music. You know how she roll. Mm-hmm.